All right, you ready for this? And on that note, we'll get rolling.
What note was that? Was that B sharp?
There's been an awakening. Have you felt it?
B sharp's barely a note.
This beer is bad.
Oh, what have we here?
You guys are so funny.
That's a quote from The Office.
Holy
It's not good.
It ain't C3 penis face.
I'm sorry to hear that. Mopar.
Hello there.
Oh, hold on.
Found someone you have, I would say.
May the force be with us. Fucking A.
Good. Day. Galaxy Rogue Squadron Podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. I am Mopar.
I am Commander Cody.
Commander Cody. Thank you guys for tuning in. Episode 100, a bunch of it. We are giggling tonight. We just got off a awesome patron video call meeting.
Group chat,
excellency.
conference, fucking summit. Drunk Summit 2017.
It was our first one that we've done. It's only for Patreon members. Every other week. Well, what is it going to be? Yeah, every 2 weeks we're going to be getting on and doing special
Every
talk.
fortnight. I'm supposed to say. That's the word. That's the proper word. Every other week is a fortnight.
Yes.
Look, don't even
We've
care.
already
Fuck
got
this
so
fortnight.
part of it was Matt McLean stepped up and made a meme based off of the conversation that we had. But it was a great time. We're going to be doing that like we said every other week. So if you guys want to be a part of that and ask us questions and Zoom along with us, you can head on over to patreon.com/roguesquadpod and fucking give us some tatteries and hang out.
And besides the group calls that we're going to start doing, we're going to do like fucking story time bullshit where we talk about how Mopar locks me out of my dorm and I break my phone trying to get back in. And we have the group text with everybody.
Well, you tried using your phone as a goddamn battering ram for the window, and it ain't going to happen.
Nothing else for the rams of the battering. I was out of options. And the group text is gradually getting more and more out of control, and that's glorious, and I love it. So you can join in on that as well. And we will be adding more awesome stuff in the future. And whoever's a patron will be the first, obviously, to see and benefit from the motherfucking shit.
And we do want to give just a shout out and a thanks to all of our patron members because we did hit our Order 66
Hell yeah.
goal. So we are bumping that up because that's the next thing we're going to do. And all of our goals are going to be Star Wars based. So we've got IG-88 next, which we're actually really close to. So if you are a fan of the show, love all the giblets that we give out, you want to head on over there, and so we can grow our giblets on a weekly basis.
We need to come out with a Rogue Squadron dictionary with all the words that have been made up and used and their definitions, and give that away to everybody. Mopar's pissed about his beer, if you can't tell. If you're not watching and you couldn't see his face of absolute disgust, he sipped it before he even started, and he just was not amused in any option.
Listen, which is what most of you are doing right now. Pissed. So I did a grab your own, mix your own 6-pack, and everybody's got like 30 IPAs, and there's only like half the store is IPAs, and then we've got one little shelf for lagers, one little shelf for porters and all this. So I was standing there right in front of the Pilsner lager area, so I grabbed like 3 or 4 of them because, those are kind of the lightest, easiest drinking.
Yeah.
And the one, this isn't going to be my beer review, but it's Peak Organic. I didn't know it said organic, or I probably would have never bought the shit. Peak Organic's Happy Hour.
It looks like a grandma designed that on MS Paint and fucking printed it off for the can.
It's exactly that. But it is not good. You can clearly tell that they're not using normal shit. Like it's organic fake shit that they're using.
Hey, my wife might like that beer.
Oh, there we go.
They're not using normal shit. Gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan-free, ingredient-free beer.
Ingredient-free pig shit. Naturally raised out of pigs' asses.
Classic.
Yeah, this is not going to be my beer review beer, but this is definitely a 0. I'm not a fan of this, but I'm just gonna dare drink it.
Well, at least you got a 6-pack sampler, so you don't have 6 of those to power through. So you can look forward to that at least, which is good.
The aftertaste is bad. I get leaves like it's just like a dryness. It's like baby powder.
Just fucking
the aftertaste.
baby powder.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm not going to do the motion because someone's going to make a meme of me pouring baby powder.
McLean's already on it.
McLean's.
Well.
Are we getting vegan on the show? I'm out. Dakota's pissed.
Sorry, Jones. No,
All
I'm
right.
not.
Strabota Bones.
It's never going to happen.
Oh, look, someone else is here that's not a patron member called Lord Kerner.
Oh, Kerner, you're not allowed.
Calling you out.
You're banned. We're going to ban you from the chat, bitch.
So what we're going to be going into, there's obvious ones. We're going to be heading into our beer review. I'm excited for my beer review because it is slightly different. But one of the biggest obvious things, KOTOR was released backwards compatibility for Xbox One. So Commander and I and many other friends have been powering through the greatness of KOTOR.
So good.
It's just as good as I remember, honestly.
Never been better.
Kerner sent me a heartfelt
fart help
text earlier, and it was signed with a tear of his true consciousness.
We've been crying over the beauty of KOTOR for the past week.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah, so we'll be discussing that in length. Mopar started the first. I just watched the first Stranger Things episode. I don't want to do any spoilers, so you guys are okay because Commander's never seen Dick.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about it. I'm finally back into X-Wing, so we can chat about that a little bit. Some new shit came out, and some new exciting shit is about to come out.
Along the KOTOR stuff, Riley says, yes, got to change Karth to a Jedi. Do it. I'm seeking that out. I'm trying to talk to him as much as possible, which I've never done because I've never given a shit about what the fuck he has to say.
Just fuck Karth. Who wants to listen to him talk about shit?
You got it.
Stop being mean to people. Stop taking people's money.
Hey. Yeah, I don't know what else is going on. It's been raining here all day. All fucking day. And it snowed in Columbus when?
A little bit, yeah. You know, Ohio will start randomly snowing in October, but the ground's still so warm that nothing sticks. So it's not real snow. It's just, you know, the rain froze a little bit on the way down. That was it. It wasn't anything spectacular. But yeah, yesterday was cold as hell. It snowed and rained. And we sat inside and played Dark Souls and watched football and got wasted all day. It was awesome.
It was a beautiful day here. 75 yesterday. It was complete opposite, like a complete opposite.
How is it that different? You're like 6 hours away.
It's it's like 7.5, 8 hours.
Still,
but there's mountains in between. That's why I bet it blocks a lot of craziness. So
very true.
Without further ado, you want to jump into this review? That fucking rhyme.
We have to fucking rhyme Squad Pod all the time.
Without further ado, let's drink this brew.
Yes, let's chat about it. I am drinking something that I've had before. So this is not a brand new review. It's just a review of something that I've wanted to do for a while. And it just came out like a few days ago. So this is the Citra Noel by Columbus Brewing. One of my and Mopar and Tommy Boy's, one of our favorite beers. It's labeled a hoppy holiday ale. And I'm going to pour one out. Because yesterday, for the first time, I actually poured one out. I didn't realize how dark it was. But it's a winter Christmas seasonal. But it isn't like a stout or a porter or like a holiday ale or like a dark spiced ale. It's very hoppy. But the color's a lot darker than I expected. But it's cool because it's a great balance between like an IPA or a pale ale, but toned down for the winter season. So you can see it's even kind of amber-ish in the color. But we've all had it before. We love it. It's delicious. We had a few of them yesterday. And I was just like, I'm craving it. The Giant Eagle selection is shit lately. So I'm just going to get one that I know is solid that I'm going to have.
And on a side note, it's been hard to get used to. So in Columbus, Giant Eagles are like the main grocery store. And that's where we were going on beer runs all the time.
Either that or Kroger.
Out this way, it's Giant.
What do you mean?
That's the name of the stores out here. The grocery stores are Giant.
That's not like the slang term for Giant Eagle?
No,
it's just called Giant.
Yeah, so it's been kind of, I don't know if it's because it's like the same color scheme, but Giant grocery stores. Yeah, it's not Giant Eagle.
The main one in Denver was called King Soopers. and it's a Kroger chain, but it's called King Soopers, and everybody called it Soups. And then like
Super
in LA,
88.
there's Ralph's, which is just Kroger also, but it's Ralph's in LA, in California, I should say. So
the koozie was a one-time thing. You ain't gonna use the koozie, huh? Pissed.
Dane Kid's pissed. All right, Dane Kid, you want to talk shit?
Mopar over here has got an interesting beer. I'm excited for it. It's Ballast Point Habanero Sculpin. So the Sculpin is a very popular brew for Ballast Point, but I guess they did a special release Habanero Sculpin. I always try to grab weird shit. We were talking about this on the Patreon call. It gets kind of boring it's cool when every beer we have is delicious and awesome, maybe a 2 or a 3.
Yeah.
But you kind of want to throw monkey wrenches in there, and I figured a Habanero IPA would fuck me.
Yeah, that's where I get. Well, we were mentioning on the Patreon call to reference that shit nonstop, but we were talking about maybe doing like a subscription box of craft beer. That way, our tendency to lean towards IPAs and shit doesn't influence our selection when we're doing a review. So maybe we'll just have a company fucking send us 4 random beers every week, and then we have to try those, and we're just stuck with what we get. But yeah, because I tend to like, there's nothing that's catching my eye. There's nothing that I particularly want to try, so I'm just going to go grab something that I've already had. And now that we're doing 2 different beers every week, I can just make up my own rules, and I don't give a shit.
Well, it's going to get to the point where you just have to go that extra mile, literally, down to the drink closet or whatever the other place is called.
I'm moving soon. I got to find a different craft beer store. I got to find something that's closer. There's probably a lot more options actually down there, so that might be for the best.
I highly doubt it.
I doubt you.
How
about that?
Actually,
how about that?
So how about you? All right, Mopar's going to be getting into this. I'm drinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
It does say in real small letters at the bottom, heat may vary, so we'll see.
What up, Zacharias? Let's see. All right, I'm going to describe mine since I've already had it, and I had one before you even started. He's pissed. He's pissed. I wish you could see his face.
It's not bad.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's making my eyes water.
That's kind of the point.
It's not even that hot, but it throws you for such a fucking loop. I'm crying about it, guys. Jesus.
That's a good thing. I like it. That's the point of the habanero, though, man. It's one of the hottest peppers.
It's fucked.
The Citra Noel is at 7.3%. There is no beer description on this at all. Whoa, that was the weirdest burp sound of all time. Like I said, it's a hoppy holiday ale, but usually they have a fucking poem, like a whole postcard about how they brewed the shit and what's in it. And Columbus usually does that too. It's not on here. Maybe it's on the box. I'm not seeing anything.
Try it.
We got Glass Armor making a fucking cameo.
Glass Armor's trying it.
I'll
do the facial.
Oh my god.
We've been
That's it. She went, oh.
And we've been trolling, not really trolling, but we've just been calling
this is not good.
We've been calling Mopar's girlfriend Glass Armor because she was wearing Glass Armor in Skyrim and got super pissed while we were online playing Battlefield, and it just hasn't gone away. So Glass Armor doesn't like it. Mopar doesn't like it. Commander probably would like it. I'm a fan of habanero. I like spicy shit.
No, this is literally like drinking hot sauce.
Like that chili beer that we...
It's worse than that. It's really... Because it's... There's like
worse than the chili
stuck
beer?
in my throat. It's like dry burn.
I had one... I can't remember the fucking name of it. It was...
Terrible.
Even before we started the podcast, I think. It was back when I went to Savannah with the wifey. I think it was before we started the show. It's like 2013.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
But there was a habanero IPA that I had there. It was actually pretty good. And then
see right here.
The chili beer we had on the show was fucked. The habanero cider I actually enjoyed because it wasn't as enough habanero to like make you want to choke and die.
Yeah.
But it sounds like the one that you're having now is back to the fucking chili con carne style.
I think it's burning more than that one. I feel like the habanero is more prominent in this. It's not like a hint of it. Like it tastes like habanero. I really don't taste any IPA in it. The habanero is like burning everything away. For
people that love hot sauce, maybe they would be the beer for them.
You guys have to check it out. I mean, for how much I hate it, it's like one of those things that I have to give it a 1. I'll be honest. I mean, you have to go try it. It's so unique, but It's not.
Is it going to be one of those situations by the end of the episode you're down to like a -3?
I'm just saying, I just spit on myself. That's how bad it is.
That means it's
my
a great
bodily
beer.
functions are given away because of this habanero.
If you spit on yourself, the beer's great. You understand?
1 out of 17. Perfect. No, if you're purposely buying an entire 6-pack of this and getting hammered off of it, you're either a lawn gnome or you're a jackass. Because this is undrinkable.
You got
More
some
than
reinforced taste buds if you're going to drink a whole 6-pack of that shit.
plastic buds.
Tell me you just got one of those, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Yeah. Well, it's cool that it's the
This is
Sculpin.
not a good 6-pack between these two.
Yeah, you're not off to a good start. 33% is terrible.
God.
33% is shit. We did have the Sculpin a while back, like 2 years ago or some
Sculpin's
shit.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is bad.
I feel like I cheated because I've already had mine and I knew that I loved it and now I loved it and it's perfect.
Guys.
3 stars.
3 stars. It burns so good. No, it really doesn't. Not up in this way.
Do you want to veto the Sculpin Habanero and review the next beer that you try?
I can. No, I
Instead?
mean,
You could review all of them anyways.
Jesus.
You all look like you're crying. Your face is red and shit.
Can't handle it. It's like I said, it's really not that hot. It's just when you're drinking something that's spicy,
Yeah.
it just fucks with your mind. And,
Well, yeah, it's not a sensation
and my
that anyone's
and
used
like
to.
my mouth. That's why I'm spitting on myself. You guys realize?
Just fucking snot. Just
Ew.
droozing.
Look like Dumb and Dumber when they get off that little motorbike.
Yeah.
There's just snot frozen to their face. All
You've
right.
had an extra pair of gloves this whole
This whole
time.
I'm gonna kill you. What?
I'm
Quote that
gonna
all day.
kill you. Yeah, you should just review the whole 6-pack. Why not? So 0 for the first beer, 1 for this beer.
Yeah, this is probably quickly a 0.
Just the whole 6-pack is shit. Good job. Who picked that shit out for you? You maybe a note to yourself is to stop picking your own beers.
Oh,
You always pick 0s. If anyone's listening on the podcast and not actually watching the show, I want you to take a moment and go to YouTube because it will be worth it for you to see the reaction faces of this fucker right now.
it's not
That's
worth
the
it.
most. You're a pretty expressive jackass in terms of
That wasn't
the
even
faces
English.
that you
You're
make.
pretty expressive, jackass.
In terms of the faces that you make, but this one is out of control. It looks like you're crying. I can tell your face is red and shit.
My face, it's kind of hot in here, but this is not helping.
Yeah, I bet. So if you haven't been to YouTube yet, this would be a good time to go check it out. So 1 star for the habanero or 0 star? Oh, and don't forget to check it in too on Untapped. Follow us
0.
on Untapped. That Rogues Wiz, fucking Rogue Swap Buck.
It's a 0. It's near undrinkable, and I'm gonna get through it because I fucking paid for it.
I knew that as soon as you said 1, I knew it was going to be a 0.
I don't like giving stuff 0 because that's like an atrocious beer, and there's an extreme.
Yeah, but if they just fucking poured Tabasco in a beer, it's not really that good.
It's very true.
I'm smart. Smart Ryzen.
Smarter.
Let me find this shit, Citron Noel on Untapped, and give it a good rating. Boom. Yeah. So, like I said,
do have a quick question before we jump like wholeheartedly into KOTOR. I know they've made it backwards compatible, obviously, and you could put in your Xbox disc and it'll work. Can you just buy it on the Xbox store?
Yes. So what happens if anyone was unfamiliar with Xbox backwards compatibility? And this went for most of the 360 stuff as well. Actually, no, I lied. I just lied entirely. This is only for Xbox One. When you get something backwards compatible, it literally does download a new package of the game on your Xbox. So even when you put in like Mass Effect 3 into your Xbox, it has to download the new game, the new package or whatever on the store. And then basically your Xbox is just checking with the disc to make sure that you own the game instead of paying for a new version that you put the disc in and then it knows that you bought it. So it's going to download that shit no matter what. So when you put your disc in for the first time, it'll say this game needs an update to play. It'll download it and then you're good to go. So if you don't have your disc, this is good news for people. Instead of going to a local classic game store and trying to find a KOTOR disc for like $60 because it's the best game that was ever made, ever was or will be, you can just download it on the Xbox store for $10. $9.99. Best game ever made. $9.99.
I almost want to do
That's
that
a fucking deal.
regardless, just so it works smoother than what I got, because it's the installation process behind the Xbox disc. It took like 3 hours, so my shit's been scratched and been fucking moved across the galaxy 17 times.
No, once you put the disc in, it downloads the game for you as if you bought it. But
mine installed the disc.
That's not right. No.
Yeah, I can.
No,
I
when you
guarantee
put it in, it says this game needs an update to play.
No, mine installed the disc.
You're all fucked, man.
That's what I was kind of confused about, because it was trying to read off that 1970s style turntable disc.
No, so what's supposed to happen is that you have to download the game anyways. This is what happened with me with the Mass Effect 3, is that for whatever reason, my Xbox One downloaded Mass Effect 3 when I put the disc in, and I don't have to put the disc in anymore. It just plays it from the downloaded version. Like when you put the KOTOR disc in, it's supposed to download the new game. Not new, but updated, whatever.
Yeah.
And the disc is just checking to know that you bought the shit.
I can't play it without the disc in.
Correct. Unless you pay $10. But I'm just saying that it's not installing from the disc. The disc is like your receipt, pretty much. How about that? Does that make fucking sense to you, motherfucker?
Mm-hmm.
I think this habanero is just wiping your entire memory. You don't even know what the fuck happened.
What were we talking about?
Knights of the New Empire.
Hell yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. Are we going to just jump straight into the rest of the KOTOR stuff? I'm 0.
3 stars.
I can't drink this.
3 stars.
Actually just looked it up on Untapped. It's got an average rating of 3.5 stars. I think people are fucking crazy.
People are high as fuck. People must have had that after they were already drunk as hell.
Or just thought it was cool.
Trying to get some tacos. I'm fucking hungry. Let's get some tacos. I got one better. Here's a beer that tastes like a taco and it'll get you drunk.
Oh,
people do that shit instead. I love the Citra Noel. I like dark beers. I like dark and heavy beers. But it's nice that in the winter season, not every single beer has to be like a rich, spiced, overly crazy ginger fucking Christmas ale or stout or porter. This is a nice balance. It gives you a little bit of holiday goodness. It keeps the IPA goodness. Obviously, it's Citra hops because it's Citra Noel. I recommend it. If you can find it, get it. Fuck yeah.
I agree. It's a good beer. This one
is good.
Let's move on.
I'm sorry. I'll let you review as you go through the next 4, however many you have left. Just do a little quick review for all those. He's got the metal face right now. That's the Fred pissed face.
Yes. Oh man. So let's jump into KOTOR.
So KOTOR is backwards compatible now, guys. So I've been waiting so impatiently for this since they announced it at E3. They're going to make in batches original Xbox games backwards compatible for Xbox One.
I want to see some fucking Fusion Frenzy up in this bitch.
It was on there.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Yeah. They released the list. There's 13 games they started with. KOTOR was at the top, obviously, because it's amazing. But yeah, Fusion Frenzy's on there. Let's find this shit.
Yeah.
Let's look
but I
this shit
couldn't
up.
buy it. I searched on
let's see,
the game store, and I couldn't find Fusion Frenzy, because that's a fun like multiplayer Mario Party type game.
Yeah. Yeah. So the first 13. Why did it just open in a new fucking window, man? Are you serious?
Are you serious right now?
Are you serious,
Clark?
Hell. Dude, I did. I totally did. All right. First 13 games backwards compatible. KOTOR is number 1. Ninja Gaiden Black, Crimson Skies, Fusion Frenzy, Prince of Persia, Sands of Time, Psychonauts, Dead to Rights, Black, Grabbed by the Ghoulies, Sid Meier's Pirates, Red Faction 2, Blood Rain 2, The King of Fighters. A bunch of games I never heard of, and Prince of Persia, Fusion Frenzy, and Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
I actually enjoyed the Prince of Persia games. Those were really cool. It's kind of like the Assassin's Creed of nowadays, but it was way back then. Climbing up trees and shit.
Perfect explanation. That was the first one that you played, I think, right?
Sands of Time.
Sands of Time, yeah. Yeah, it was a good game. And then Fusion Frenzy, like you said, it's like the Xbox version of Mario Party. So I don't know if I would necessarily buy it now. But if you still have the disc, throw it in and fucking party up. Make a drinking game out of it. But yeah, obviously the main fucking part of that shit is KOTOR. Dude, I've been having so much fun on KOTOR.
It's a fun game still. It's fun. You and I are basically running through the exact same characters. I'm just doing a female Revan, and you're doing a male.
Yeah.
We're both doing Scoundrel, Dark Side. What Jedi class did you choose?
Consular.
So did I. So, well.
Look what happened. We didn't even talk about it. We're playing the same exact characters. We already know. We're meant to be on the dark side, zapping people and fucking force plague everywhere.
I just walk in, just doing Sanity, and then they rub their foreheads for like a half hour while they individually cut them down.
You should just fucking give them this habanero beer, and they're just going to cry themselves to fucking sleep while you fucking hit them with their lightsaber. With their lightsaber is what I said. Grab their lightsaber and hit them with it.
So what lightsaber are you doing? Are you doing?
All right, so I did, so I was pissed for a minute because anyone that knows KOTOR, we're going to talk about like attributes and shit. I made a Dex character because I almost have always done melee once we figured out that blasters kind of suck back in the day. Like we've done straight strength and melee characters forever. So I knew that I wanted to do a Dex build with blasters. So I did that. Scoundrel class. Terrace was kind of rough. I was a little pissed about it. But once you get your lightsaber, basically whatever stat is higher, strength or dexterity, whichever one's higher takes over for your I can't talk while you're crying this entire time.
Discuss it.
Whichever stat is higher takes over for your lightsaber skill. So I knew that by the time I got my lightsaber, dexterity was going to rock. So I did that. I decided to be a Jedi Consular so I could have higher force powers and more force points and things like that. And I'm dark side, so I need like force plague and force lightning and choke and all the craziness. We could just, run the battle. I don't even need my lightsaber at one point. I could just fucking shock people to death. They're all going to fucking die. So, like I said, I was pissed for a minute. Like by the time I got my lightsaber, I was hoping that would make a big difference. Dropping blasters for lightsabers. But it was tough for a minute. I needed to get some upgrades for the lightsaber. I needed to get some better robes so I could actually do some damage and not get, completely wrecked by droids and fucking bounty hunters and shit. But it's been good since then. And I'm already, I just left my second planet out of 4, and I'm already all the way at the bottom of the bar for the dark side. I'm all the way at the bottom. Like I can't get more evil than I already am. Let me see if I can pull up I think I took a picture of what I looked like.
That's exactly where I'm at. I did
pissed.
The
hanging out in the goddamn volcano.
Yeah, you just look like Anakin on the lava beach.
Literally. A lot of Anakin parallels too. I went in and killed all the sand people that existed. I went in, I became the leader of the Sith Academy, and then fucking killed all the apprentices at the Sith Academy. A lot of Vader parallels there. Before those movies even came out too. Because KOTOR was 2003, right before Attack of the Clones. Or no, right after Attack of the Clones. Yeah.
Yoda from Attack of the Clones.
You familiar?
Yeah, I am familiar. Yeah, I mean, the game's holding up. You and I could probably, if we did no side missions, we could probably run through it in like 10, 11 hours maybe. But
I'm doing a lot of side missions.
I always like being Scoundrel because you get to do all the extra skills. The security stuff, or you want to go to like repair or some all bullshit like that. You get enough points that you can disperse them wildly however you want. I'm gonna drink about this. All right, I'm gonna move right on because I got this one, another one. Bell Crackers Double IPA.
Bellschnickel.
It's got it says Bell Cracker, but it's got a spark plug on it. I don't know what the fuck that means. I can't smell it because the habanero's fucking with me. So I'm hoping that it doesn't destroy the rest of my gullet.
It's like you had a monster before you drink beer. Same thing, huh? Mm-hmm.
Okay, this isn't a good beer either. But it's not bad.
All right, Mopar, we got to work on your beer selection skills because you picked 0 stars straight. Last week you liked, right? Last week was like a new Deschutes or something.
Yeah, but Deschutes has never done anything wrong.
It's very true.
They're like the Mace Windu of beers.
It's like the Columbus Brewing Company of Portland.
No. Bend.
What are you talking about?
Bend, Oregon.
Bend, Oregon. Sorry. I don't know how fucking close the cities are. Shit.
I do.
About
so
it.
this is 8.7% alcohol. I'm going to just try to rush through this. This is the best one of the three that I've had. So.
Oh, yeah.
And I haven't had all three. There's two like half open beers over here, and I ain't drinking it. So.
That pissed about all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I've been in a similar situation. I understand.
No, this one's not bad. It's a little more bitter than I expected. But it is a higher alcohol. 8.7 is pretty high up there. Let's get back into the fucking round.
So KOTOR is, by the way, for anyone that hasn't actually installed it and played it yet, it's full 1080p. So the game, the graphics are exactly the same, but it's outputting the shit in 1080. So it looks a lot better. Like, surprisingly. Like, the graphics that they made, the article that came out, they were describing it like, the graphics that they made back then were actually good, but the Xbox couldn't put out that quality to the TV. And we didn't even have
still using component
HD.
hookups.
Yeah, we didn't even have HD TV shit back then. So it looks a lot better. Better frame rate. I don't know if it's 30 or 60, but it's a lot better than it was. There's no fucking lag or anything like that. It's very smooth. And then what was the other thing?
I haven't like glitched out at all where you're running and it'll just pause and you'll end up like on the other side of the room.
Yeah,
you're like,
none
what
of
the
that's
fuck is
happened, which is awesome. It feels a lot better to play. The loading times are like
it's
2
surprising.
seconds.
Loading and saving times, it's instant.
The thing that has not changed is the goofy ass fucking glitches. Like where you'll be, I don't know, you'll be trying to go to a new area and the rest of your party is stuck in a wall on the other side of the fucking map. Like all those little glitches and stuff. Like my game's frozen probably like 10 times in 10 hours. So once per hour, the shit just like fucking locks up and you're stuck after a battle and just like you have to restart the entire console pretty much. So all that stuff's still in there. But that's kind of part of the game. You know, we've come to know and love that shit over the years. So that's fine.
You love it. I triggered.
I'm pissed, but it's just part of it. Just like you have Jar Jar in episode 1, you just have frozen fucking shit in KOTOR. It's fine.
That burnt nostalgia that, oh my God, remember when we were pissed 10 years ago about this freezing at the same way? Yeah, I'm so happy right now.
Let's turn on Load by Metallica and have fun about it.
Listen to some Dr. Good or Evil. What is it?
Dr. Feelgood.
No, it's a Kiss song.
Oh, yeah. Dr. Love.
Dr. Love, yeah.
Yeah. That's hilarious. But it's fucking worth it, man. If you ever loved KOTOR, if you haven't loved KOTOR, then you're wrong. But if you've ever loved KOTOR, it's time to go back and play it on the Xbox One.
It is. It definitely is. It's a good revival time because, you know, it's over 10 years. It came out in what, 03? So it's going on 15 years ago.
It's been 14 years.
That's astoundingly
in
terrifying.
I think July or something. Yeah.
That's so bad.
Yeah. Well, I was joking with somebody like all the new Star Wars games that are coming out are either canceled or terrible. So we can just go back and play KOTOR now that it's backwards compatible.
Yeah.
When's Republic Commando and KOTOR 2 and Jedi Knight going to come out on Xbox One? We'll just play those. Obviously, EA can't put out a fucking good game, so we'll just go back and play the classics.
Well, that's why I was wondering what if that was the plan. They're like, we'll put out this game. Oh, it sucks. We'll put out this game. Oh, it sucks. Well, we'll put out a 15-year-old game and everybody will love it. Perfect.
They need to all quit their jobs if that's what's happening.
Drew Karpyshyn gets a monument right next to the fucking...
He needs a statue. I want to fucking... Where is he from? Edmonton or some shit in Canada? I want a Drew Karpyshyn statue in Edmonton.
Of him writing the KOTOR
with
script.
Like it looks like he's holding a Bible, but he's like writing the KOTOR storyline. And Revan.
And Revan replaces Jesus.
Yeah.
.com. I'm trying to do different stuff. So Riley called me out specifically, but neither of us knew this. That you can turn Karth. I almost said Candace.
He called you out specifically because there's a GIF of us when I explained what Riley was talking about, and you were just like, what the fuck? Like it turned into a whole gif of your goddamn face because you didn't believe that he was telling the truth that you can turn Karth into a Jedi.
Well, it's yet to be proven, so he's a liar until I figure it out. But I'm
guilty until proven innocent.
This is the first time I'm actually talking to Karth and trying to, move that storyline along.
Never said shit to him before.
I've never.
No.
Karth, hey, you should probably talk to Karth. Let's see. Talk to Karth. Don't talk to Karth. Fucking run around until he shuts the hell up. All right, I clicked that one.
Of course. It's obvious. Yeah. I don't talk to
Hey,
those
you probably
people.
shouldn't stab that 50-year-old guy and take his money because he's poor and drunk on the road.
Shut up,
bitch.
Karth.
Listen up. Shut up, Karth.
You don't understand that I'm Revan. I don't even know it yet, but I am, bitch.
Remind me later to yell at you.
I only talk to dark side people. So I talked to Candace and HK to get their backstory because HK used to be with you back in the day. So he leaks some info about Revan. And then I do talk to Bastila, even though she's a light side hoe. What up, Ethan Lando? Step away from the escape pod. The Jew is here. I do talk to Bastila because I know that she will turn dark side at some point. So I want to, be in her good graces when she does that. And then we can be dark side together and be evil and fall in love and shit. But yeah, I don't talk to anybody else. Fuck Mission. Fuck all that shit. Fuck the Wookiee. I ain't trying to have it.
I don't use
I don't got
Mission,
time for that
T3, or Zalbar at all.
Once you have Candace and a Jedi, who the fuck else are you going to use?
Yeah.
Candace survives battles more than I do. My character dies way more often than Candace does. Because he regenerates,
blowing people's heads off, healing all at the same time.
Yeah, he regenerates health. He's a Mandalorian. He goes in the battle and just kills everything for me. So many times the entire party has died, and Candace is taking no damage, regenerating health, and just fucking like stabbing people with his fucking swords.
Take it. Yeah. So and the other one that Commander and I got through the mission that we were doing was on Dantooine, where there was a guy that approaches you with the first time you run outside of the Jedi Temple. There's a guy that's just like, these Mandalorians killed my daughter. Go avenge her. So you got to run around and defeat like 3 different camps, and then you run up against. He has a name. It's like Grenick or something. But he's so hard to kill.
Do you just replace Krennic's first letter with a G? It's Grenick. Commander Gorson Grenick.
Gorson Grenick.
Yeah, it's like Sherritt or Sherrick or something like that.
Sherrick, yeah.
Sherrick, yeah.
But that guy's a badass. Like if you're not ready for him, it could be a one-hit kill.
Yeah.
Like he just comes up, power attack, next bitch. Power attack. And then you're Candace running around shooting one guy at a time, keep running around.
You know what I find awesome is that turn this fucking shit off. Is that all these things, these planets and these people are all in Wikipedia. Legends, of course. But if you look up Sherrick, he's in Wikipedia. Was a male Mandalorian rally master who fought in the Mandalorian Wars. And then there's shit
rally master.
like appearances, KOTOR, of course. Yeah. 3956 BBY. I love it. Yeah, that was a fun fucking scene. What are you doing fucking reclining in that shit?
Sunbathing in the
back.
Rain bathing.
Why won't it stop raining in my fucking city?
No, that we both just got done with that mission. It's a difficult one when you kind of break it down and try to defeat that guy. And he's got 4 or 5 other guys around him, and 2 other ones are Mandalorian, so it's not one hit kill easy fucks.
Yeah.
It's a good battle. So
I even left. I went to Tatooine, got more Jedi skills, and then came back to kill him. And it was still kind of tough.
I died once, and I got close the second time. I was Candace. It ended up with just Candace, and I was just standing there like, don't die.
That's how it always happens. He's the best,
But
man.
it's always random because I had like an albino horned calf hound come up and just fucked my entire party up. It's like, what is happening right now? I'm Revan, and I just got fucked by a giant horned pig. I've had enough of this shit. I turned it off.
All right, we gotta. I'm gonna shit on
swine.
I'm gonna shit on Kerner for a second. So everyone talks about how KOTOR 2 is not as good. Never gonna touch the story of Revan. The beginning sucks. That mining planet's terrible. So I just gotta say that going through Terrace, and then I know you get your lightsaber and shit on Dantooine. But going through Dantooine is also torturous, just like fucking Terrace. The only enemies that you face are the fucking Cathhounds that just run up and hump you until you die. And the only thing that's there to do is kill the Mandalorians, kill Juhani or save her, and then go in the cave and get your lightsaber crystals. Like, that planet is boring as fuck. So that entire first like 5 hours of the game is just like, when am I going to be revving? When the fuck am I revving? I'm just waiting for that moment to happen until you land on Tatooine or whatever the planet you choose first. And then it feels like you're in the Star Wars universe with Force powers and a lightsaber and a ship and a crew, and you can do whatever the fuck you want.
I don't really mind.
It's just like the longest
Dantooine.
opening ever, man.
I don't mind Dantooine. The Cathhounds can be cumbersome, and
Fuck Dantooine.
Hey, but there are side missions on Dantooine I don't mind. But it is it's kind of it's watered down like politically because there's like a family feud that's going on, and it's just like I don't know. But
we surveyed 100 Jedis.
We surveyed
Here's the
100
answers.
Jedis.
What do you use to stab a Mandalorian with? Survey says lightsaber. That's what fucking reminded me of.
That's the number one answer. Okay, next.
Yeah, man, I know there's like some side quests. I think it's just the enemy base pisses me off because it's just those fucking Cathhounds.
See, Manan is the one that I absolutely hate.
That's true too. And there's barely any enemies there. You don't even do a lot of fighting. It's like so political and like just fucking talking yourself out of conversations and shit.
No, and that's it. Like you do one like action thing. You jump on that like Sith freighter and you kill, and then you got to like talk yourself out of jail time. And like, why am I Jedi attorney at law over in this bitch? I got shit to do. I'm revving. Like, what the fuck?
Exactly. Yeah. I always save that one for last, and then I fucking get pissed that I save it for last because I'm at the height of my power and I'm just running around talking to lawyers about things. It means nothing and I hate it.
Saul Goodman is over here.
Yeah. Doing some Walter White shit on Manan.
I am. I rewatched probably half of season 4 over the past few days of Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
I always restart it and I get like 1 or 2 seasons through, and then I kind of just because I've seen it. So the first 2 seasons are honestly my favorite. And then it kind of just goes downhill from there for me. But I was looking for something to watch and I jumped back on it and it continued like where I was at some point. And it was like the end of season 3 and I watched through season 4.
Nice.
It's such I enjoy it. I really do. I like seeing the.
It's a great fucking show, man.
Well, it's produced well. The actors are great. The plot is perfect. And even like the cinematography of it, it's interesting. They have weird shots in that show that play along. Like the like for like 3 episodes straight, they just show like an eyeball floating in a pool, and you don't know what the fuck that means.
Right.
And then like
and
a half season later, you're like, oh,
yeah,
that makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah, it's well done. What up, John Bell? What up? No, I agree with you, man. We were talking last night actually about shows that don't hold up, and one of them is Dexter.
I watched maybe a season in that, and I was like, yeah.
Because someone was like, I hear Dexter is amazing. I should go back and watch it. And I was like, it doesn't hold up. Because I tried. I love Dexter. I watched the whole thing. And then I tried to go back and rewatch it and start at season 1 like maybe 2 years ago. Doesn't hold up. It's goofy as fuck. It was right along that train of like when Netflix was really gaining steam and a lot of these really
like
intense
Grey's Anatomy and
like not even
Lost.
Grey's Anatomy, but like no, not that because that was network shit. But like right when all the movie channels started making series, like Game of Thrones was coming out and Dexter, and you had Breaking Bad on AMC, and like all these super intense series were coming out. It's back then, and it's stuck in that zone. Like it does not hold up. Going back and watching like the first like 3 seasons of Dexter is goofy as hell.
Yeah. I agree.
And
I think Breaking Bad holds up so well.
Breaking Bad does.
Because the first it's a what do I want to say?
It's
not
a TV
an evolution,
show.
but it's a change of character from Walter White because he's kind of like a confused, clumsy-ish guy who doesn't know what he really wants, and then he becomes fucking say my name, say it. Like, oh my God. Like you just has transformed. He transformed into a completely, but he like transformed into a guy that he always wanted to be. He has the power, he has the smarts, he has the control.
But it's like the dark side of the person that he wanted to be.
Right. And it comes with a lot of this baggage that he does not like dealing with. But it's almost like he likes the game and he likes being the best in the game, but there's other characters in the game that you're just like, I wish I didn't have to deal with.
Well, I think that's the beauty of the show is because he's one of those people that had potential and kind of just stopped and settled and had a family, didn't do much. Now he's a teacher. He's fucking around and he sees, and they throw those scenes in there where his old business partner, whatever, like his company is doing well and he's a millionaire and shit. And Walter White just walked away and now he's a teacher and he's like fucked about it. So
he's fucked about
it. So it's like a great archetype. It's very original how this is the shit that he always wanted to be, but he's approaching it from the worst possible angle. And now he's like a fucking drug dealer. Like it's the negative aspect of this, like this character that he always thought he should be.
Well, and he's teaming up with Jesse Pinkman, who was like the guy that he hated ever. Like he being a teacher, it was that piece of shit that you hate and will never do anything with his life, but you need him. And he actually helps you get to where you want. So it's a cool dynamic. They play off each other very well. Great acting. What the fuck? And the other thing was didn't overdo it. They didn't stretch out seasons. I felt like there's still like it's still a solid show regardless of what season you're in. And they ended it perfectly. He had cancer in the first episode. It ain't gonna go fucking 10 seasons. Spoiler, he dies. All right, fuck you.
That's the way to be.
So yeah, KOTOR. What do you guys want to talk about? The Cellcath. I'm gonna stab my eyeballs and my earballs when they start fucking talking. They sound like They sound like Krabby and Kingler for Pokemon. Like
yeah, that's gonna be fucked. I always save that planet for last, and I'm pissed every single time. You just got to go through it. Just sucks. Terrible. Always.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to it. So I'm really happy that we're playing this. I'm glad it came out right now. I haven't beat KOTOR 1 in a long time, and I haven't really, like back in the day when I used to play it on 360 backwards compatible, I used to just get past Dantooine into the first planet and then just quit because I was bored of it. But now that's all upgraded and it's a lot faster and smoother. I've been really into playing it, and I haven't gone through Korriban in a while. I haven't done all of Manan in a long time, and I haven't done all of Kashyyyk in a long time. And I haven't gotten to the end on the Rakata planet and the Starforge. I've only probably beaten that game all the way, like probably 4 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like I rarely have gotten all the way through because it's like a Skyrim thing. I'll just get to a certain point and just restart and start a new character. Glass Armor is fucking around. There she is. You can see her. Oh, fuck. I can't. It's all backwards. Bellathor's shop ain't open. She's pissed about it. But yeah, so I'm really happy that I'm into it. I'm excited about it. I'm going to go through the full game, get the full story again. There's a lot of stuff that I'm remembering that's like coming out of the woodwork that I totally forgot about. So I'm excited to beat that shit. I am Darkseid, so I have a bad feeling that the fight with Malik at the end is going to be fucking terribly torture.
Yeah.
That's going to be really rough, but I'm excited to beat that shit. And then, once I'm done, on to Assassin's Creed Origins.
The fuck did you just clap?
Fucking yes. On to Assassin's Creed Origins at the end.
Yeah, I've beat the game probably close to 20 times. There wasn't well, that's not true. I was going to say there wasn't too many characters that I started that I didn't end, but there was plenty of those. But if it was a solid character, I played it all the way through. I've done fully dark side force powers. I've done fully light side lightsabers. I've done fully light side force powers.
Light side's so much easier.
I would say the path to the end is a little more difficult because you can't just force lightning just insanity, lightning, everybody's dead. Let's move the fuck on. You actually have to like pick apart enemies, which it's almost funner. But whatever. The ones that I didn't do that much was the scout. I was always either soldier or a scoundrel. I think I might have done a scout once.
One side of the coin. Always heavy attack and defense, or always like high defense and skills. Always soldier or scoundrel. Yeah. Yeah. I find that I do that in most games. And even in like fucking superhero shit. Like I love the Hawk because he's just super strong and ridiculous and he can kill everything. Or I like the very weak elemental wizards and shit like that.
Yeah, is that true?
It's true. I said it. It's true. All of it.
Can we talk about why the fuck I'm pissed? Why is there a Yoda species in KOTOR?
Yeah, that's fucking dumb, man. I get it because they're trying to throw back to the movies and get people excited, but I'm pissed about it.
2003. What? Episode 2's not even out by then.
No. Well, no.
It probably would have came out that year.
2 had just come out, yeah.
Yeah,
2
that's
had just come out. Yeah.
Terrible.
Wait. I gotta pause for 1 second. Bubba Booey.
Commander's pissed. Oh, man, guys. I really wish these beers were better. They aren't. I'm not going to get through them all. Terrible. Logan Mars said he had a pretty shitty IPA today. Well, so did I. I like Master Vandar. Never minded it. I just... Like Yoda's supposed to be like a unique character, especially and a unique species. Why is Yaddle? Why does Vandar have to exist? They can make anything else. You could create a species, just like a floating plastic bag. I don't give a fuck. Why does it have to be Yoda species? It's just dumb. I don't like it. I despise it. Good day, Galaxy. It was also 1,000 years before the films. Yeah, and yeah.
Sorry.
Kerner's talking about the prequels came out 99, 02, and 05.
Yep. Yeah, I've got to take a leap before we start. Sorry. All right.
Take a leap.
Pick it back up. You can hear this, right, if I play it?
It probably came out that year.
Right? Fuck.
Yes.
All right, good.
Yeah, that's
2 had just come out. Yeah. Yeah, it was like 99, 02, and 05.
That's when it came out. That's one of the prequels.
Yeah, as Lord Kerner likes to point out.
As Lord Kerner likes to...
99, 2002, and 2005. They were 127 minutes each. Rated PG-13, always.
Always? None of them?
He knows all these random stats about the shows. Like, I was joking with Tommy Boy. We were trying to figure out, because The Last Jedi is an hour and a half. It's the longest Star Wars movie that's going to come out. And we're like, how much longer than 7 is it? And I was like, we should just need Kerner here. He knows the fucking exact time, run, length of every single Star Wars movie that's ever been out. Just ask him about that shit.
Master Vandar's a dick.
Yeah, that Jedi Council sucks. I'm pissed.
Yeah,
they got a fake Yoda. They got some old grumpy white dude. And then why does that one Twi'lek speak normal basic just like a white dude? It doesn't even sound like a Twi'lek trying to speak basic. He just sounds like a fucking normal dude. They're just trying to fucking get some variation up there in the Jedi Council.
So let's try to shit on KOTOR real quick, because I mean, for how good the game is, let's because that's a good point. The Jedi Council that you run into and that you deal with is very lackluster. There's no prominent. Like, I don't even know who's who. Like, if we're out and about and you said Vandar, I'd be like, all right, that's one of the three. I don't remember which one.
I thought Vandar was the old white guy.
No, it's he's the Yoda guy. So Vandar, Vrook, and the Chronicler, Master Hender.
Dorak,
which
sounds like Zorak.
Yeah, I mean those are. It was obvious why
and
Revan went to the dark side because those bastards are throwing the Jedi holiday parties and they are shit.
They're pissed. No one's getting drunk enough. No, I'm glad you brought that up though. Let's shit on KOTOR a bit because I think the coolest thing about Star Wars is like it's the best thing ever, but there's some really fucking dumb things in every Star Wars thing that's ever existed. And it's still the coolest thing, but we can't forget to bring up those motherfucking ridiculous moments. So yeah, the Jedi Council on Dantooine sucks. The Kath Hounds suck. I hate them.
Yeah,
They have Kath Hound PTSD. I'm pissed.
I don't know. Like the blaster use
It's so hard
is
to shit on
atrocious.
KOTOR.
The
It's so
blaster
good.
use is atrocious though, and that if you ran into KOTOR for the first time ever, and you would just try to play through as a guy with really good blasters,
Which
you're gonna get your
everyone
ass handed
did.
to you.
Which everyone did. Because if you think from the movies, if you're not using a lightsaber, you're using a blaster. Like, I don't know what the fuck a vibroblade is. I've never seen or heard of that before.
A shock baton or whatever the fuck
Yeah,
the
the
thing's
fucking
called.
the dildo electric thing.
Yeah.
So when we get KOTOR for the first time, we've talked about this, how we played it and we're pissed. We thought it was the worst game ever because we didn't know that, one, it was on a Dungeons and Dragons fucking D20 dice system, and two, the blasters sucked unless you upgraded dexterity. So we were clueless. But yeah, so if you're a Star Wars fan, you know that blasters are like the main weapon. So of course you're going to start with that. And then when you do no damage at all, you're so confused. You have no idea what's happening.
Also, if you're trying to open a door and you don't have any security and you've got to bash the door open and you fucking miss.
You got to
You
roll
miss.
dice against the door bash. The enemy that's not an enemy and it's also not moving and it's also right there. You have to roll dice against it. It's so funny. I love it. Oh,
That's
God.
bad. That is bad.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think because there's obvious stuff. We're just such fanboys of the fucking thing.
Yeah, there's goofy shit like lightsaber
almost-
combat. Like if you look in the movies, when you have a lightsaber, unless the lightsaber is getting deflected by a lightsaber, you're dominating. You're deflecting blaster bolts. Like Qui-Gon in Episode 1, you can take down an entire blast door with the lightsaber. You can cut droids in half. But in this one, you have a lightsaber and you have stats, but you're going head to head with like someone who's just like using fists and trying to punch you, and you can't kill him in one hit. You have to still fucking roll dice even with your fucking lightsaber out. Oh God,
Yeah.
that's hilarious.
That's very true. You could almost argue your companions, like it's 50-50. Half of them are absolute shit that
Yeah.
you're not going to use.
And boring
T3?
and dumb and like super nice and stupid. Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense. Like you use T3 once. You use Mission once. You don't even have to use Zalbar. He just comes along with the fucking trio of fucks. Like there's
The trio of fucks.
there's useless characters that you don't. And Karth, for
Well,
how
all right. So I guess you could argue that it depends on your personality and your playthrough. Like some people may use Mission. I don't know. I don't know who the
sneak.
fuck that person is, but like
the sneak and I guess it is sneak. I thought there was another
stealth.
stealth. Yeah, the stealth in that game is atrocious. It's so bad.
There's no reason for it.
There isn't.
Except that one spot where you get to sneak up on the Rancor and plant a grenade in his corpse pile.
And I don't
And then
even
he
sneak.
walks
I
up
just
and
run up.
says, snort, snort, and then he pulls up.
Snort, snort. Oh shit, that wasn't good. No,
It's
yeah,
goofy.
and I don't even sneak during that. I literally just go into solo and run over there. I don't sneak.
Yeah, it suffers from some dumb shit from being an old game, like where, well, like we were talking about today, like when you are, when you encounter the crate dragon on Tatooine, and the one bounty hunter, he runs into the crate dragon cave, and you see him, and he just goes,
Yeah.
and then he just dies. Like the Crate Dragon it's not using force powers. Like he's not affecting your mind. Like what happened in that fucking scene? There's some really goofy shit where it's supposed to be a cool cutscene, but because it's 2003, like I'm sure that looked great back then, but that shit is goofy as hell. The Crate Dragon is not using force persuade on your fucking ass.
There was another like part of it where they try to be clever and throw puzzles into stuff, and it's just done atrociously.
That's a classic
Like,
BioWare thing, though.
I understand the thought process behind it, and some of it's done somewhat well. So like when I was on Tatooine, I had to save the guy. His like ex-wife fucking freaked out at him, and he's trying to live a life in the fucking sand dunes.
Yeah.
And there's like 3 bots around him that are gonna like kill him. Each one is like a numbers puzzle that you have to do. And that's like, okay, I'm in a droid's programming, a numbers puzzle. Let's fucking do this. But like when you're in a Sith temple and you got to fucking throw lights on cones and shit, and you're just like,
yeah.
What?
And
This is like,
that's a classic like human puzzle too. Like you got 3 pillars, 4 cones, and you have to transfer them a certain way and get them from the left all the way to the right. That's just like a stupid fucking puzzle for kids. I get it. Why is that in a Sith temple? Did Darth Revan actually do that back in the day in order to get troops for the fucking Sith Mandalore Wars?
like
That's
I'm just
so
seeing
ridiculous.
like Revan on his way to greatness.
With
he
his
runs into
mask,
this,
like-
and he's sitting in front of this temple door like,
How am I
Which
going to
cone?
change these
Which-
cones of light from one pillar to the next? I'm so confused.
Malik, come here. I need your help on this because I can't. Let's see.
I'm
Fuck
too drunk
you.
for this puzzle. What are you doing?
I'm too
Fuck your jaw,
drunk.
bitch. Get out.
Fuck your jaw. It doesn't go on that cone. You fucked it up now.
We got a few comments here. Kerner saying the rat ghouls, the cell cath, and the cath hounds piss him off. I agree with 100% with all that. The rat ghouls especially because the first time that you walk into the Undercity, first of all, let's talk about the hilarious cutscene where I can't open the door for Hendar. He dies. Open the door for me. I'll open the door for you, off-worlder, but you better hurry up. Like, I can't open the door. He's dead. I'll open the door. The enemies are still right there.
Still standing right there, yeah.
So that's
The
ridiculous.
other thing about that
Yeah.
interaction, though, is the woman that's screaming.
Run,
You're
Hendar,
just like,
run!
well, yeah, like someone save him. It's just like,
I'm
what
not
are you
risking my
doing?
life, bitch.
I literally was just like, it's too risky. And then she fucking scowls you and she's just like, what are you doing over here being all safe and not saying
Exactly.
Shut up.
But what pissed me off is that like that first rat ghoul horde is so strong and kills you so quickly. And then every other rat ghoul for the rest of the fucking sewer missions are super easy.
Yeah.
That's obnoxious.
It's very true. And
Those
actually,
cath hounds are annoying as fuck.
they killed me. That very first one killed me.
Twice. I died twice right there through the fucking gate.
Because, yeah, at that point, it's just you and Karth. So, like, I'm 2 hits and I'm already poisoned and dead.
Yeah.
And Karth's running around being a jackass. He's already back at the elevator trying to glitch forward. And by the time he gets up there, he gets hit.
I've already recorded so many clips of our characters just running a blaster character who has a ranged weapon. You initiate an attack and they just run up to the enemy and then just stand there with their fucking, it's like, with their blasters poised, doing absolutely fucking nothing. Has happened so many times. Jesus.
Yeah.
It's
It
not
ain't
the best stuff.
It ain't the best stuff.
Even with the delay of you being in a different state, we said that at the exact same time. I love it. All right. Other bad shit. It's pretty much all that original stuff on like Terrace and Dantooine and the Cath Hounds and the annoying light side companions that try to make sure you do good shit. And then Manon. I hate Manon. I am so dreading going to Manon. I don't want to fucking do it.
Kashyk's fun, though. I like Kashyyyk.
Kashyk's fun. Korriban's a lot of fun. Korriban's awesome. Korriban is like the Egyptian Sith temple planet. It's fucking badass, especially if you're going dark side. So you can go in there, you can meet some old, ancient fucking Sith ghosts. Ajuntapal. Was classic.
I'm not saying it.
Say it.
What'd you say?
Say it.
All right.
Say it. Say it later.
The other thing that kind of pisses me off is why is there such a difference between lightsabers and actual blades? So if I have high strength and I run up to an enemy, specifically the I don't want to call it Sith temple, but that like temple that you go into, find the first star map. Those 2 droids, I can never kill them with my lightsaber.
These two droids.
These 2 droids.
Sorry.
But I always have to whip out a fucking prototype vibro blade to kill them because I'm sitting there just miss.
Because he resists energy.
Miss.
Yeah.
But it's come on now. I'm a Jedi. You can't resist that.
I agree. Yeah, the lightsaber combat's fucking weird.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of other shit that it's.
There's not much. A lot of it is just like them trying to make dramatic scenes and things in 2003, which they couldn't totally do on the Xbox, the original Xbox. A lot of it is just like that weird story stuff that they couldn't quite execute on. A lot like the combat's pretty cool. I mean, you still get those issues where like you try to pause and plan like Final Fantasy and like initiate an entire chain of attacks from each character. And then you unpause and then you attack and your 2 companions just fucking stand there like this and do absolutely nothing. Like that happens every once in a while. But in general, I mean, it's a good fucking game.
The one that I saw today was I planned an entire attack against Davik because that can be tough.
Yeah.
So I always do like force powers and grenades first. And I had Basilu with me, so I did like force valor. I myself, I think I did a stimulant or something to up my shit. And then I had Karth or Canderous throw a grenade. Well, as soon as I said press play, everybody did their stuff except Canderous didn't move, and you just saw a grenade throw out of his shoulder.
I've saved so many clips where people are just doing nothing. It launched
out of the neck.
That's hilarious.
Just went, I couldn't handle
100% expected from KOTOR. Yeah, there's a lot of that goofy stuff, but
it's the actual like battles are choppy too. Like the physical, like when you're fighting. So it's just like hit. Hey, how's your mom? What's going on? Okay, oh, it's my turn to attack. Hit. All right. hit.
You're just like prepped for attack, but you do nothing. Just waiting. Yeah, it's funny. It's interesting though, and I know nothing because have they integrated like a dice rolling Dungeons and Dragons game into a video game before? Maybe they have, and I just don't know.
Ballsy.
But like the way that it was set up was pretty fucking cool for KOTOR though, especially because it's an RPG. We just had no idea what was happening back in the day. We had to figure it out, and now we know.
No, there's a big learning curve on that because your first playthrough, you're so confused, and it doesn't like maybe it does spell it out, but I always got confused. It does not
spell it out. They're talking about saving throws and D20s and fucking will and fortitude and reflex. You have no idea what's happening.
I still don't even know what fortitude, reflex, and will. What I mean, are those just stats? Those are just stats based on what you have chosen before. Like, I feel like that doesn't actually affect anything. It's the numbers that those are pulled from that affect.
Those are different types of saving throws. I looked it up. So it's like different types of special effect attacks by enemies. Like if it's a mind controlling effect, or if it's like a grenade or like a confusion or something like that. Like fortitude, reflex, and will are your saving throws for different types of attacks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I looked it up because I was pissed because I made an entire Dex character because I know that once you get your lightsaber, whichever stat, Dex or Strength is higher, gives you your lightsaber bonus. So I made an entire Dex character. He sucked ass, and I looked it up. I was like, why is my character so terrible right now? You're supposed to switch over. But I found out that, yeah, so those are the differences between fortitude, reflex, and will. Also, dexterity manages your modifiers for attack with the lightsaber if it's higher. But strength always affects your actual like damage and things. So what I had to do was put on like some strength bonuses. Like the gloves, I think it's
Brejik's.
It's either his or I think his or dexterity. Like maybe the Ariadu strength gloves or something like that.
Yeah.
And a belt +2 to give me like +3 or +4 strength. So that helps with the actual damage. And then the dexterity helps with the bonuses and the rolls and the defense. So I finally got it figured out after I upgraded all that shit. So we're good. And I'm just going to zap people all day, every day. I'm just literally
I love how you're
like,
upgrading
wound,
your...
force lightning, everybody dies. That's it.
I always do insanity because everybody grabs their temples and is scared of...
Grab their temples.
All right.
Please, God, no. Long story short, KOTOR is fucking awesome. If you haven't played it, you better figure that shit out. I actually am very excited now to play the second one. So as soon as Bag Full of Sneaker Dicks sends me the information, like to get the new version on Steam with the mod update patch, whatever the fuck he was talking about, I would actually really like to play that because I have not beaten KOTOR 2 all the way through at all, ever.
Me neither.
So it'd be cool to play.
I've only even tried to play through it once.
I got pretty far once.
The conversations in the first KOTOR are also terrible. What?
I'm just laughing. Don't worry about it. Yeah, conversations are terrible too.
No, the conversations in KOTOR, are atrocious.
I know. And also, I crack up because the amount of times, like, you're trying to talk to Karth and he says Bastila's name 47 fucking times. Bastila. We got to say Bastila. I believe Bastila. Bastila. Let's talk about Bastila. Where's Bastila? We got to find Bastila. Like, in a row. Every conversation has her name in it, and you hear it. Like, even when you're trying to skip through the cutscenes.
There's one point where you just get off the Endar Spire and you wake up from your drunken stupor the first time. And there's a part of conversation where he's talking about Bastila and we need to find her. And he gives you 3 options of what to say back. And no matter what, his answer is, that knocked to your head must have really not, like, just like, why would you give me 3 options for him to say the same fucking thing regardless? That knocked to your head must have.
Light side, neutral, dark side option. I believe Bastila is every time. Bastila.
Yeah, and Kerner's talking about how like
So
when
good,
you like
though.
your first couple playthroughs, it's very confusing.
Oh,
like terrorists, if you don't know what you're doing, you're running all over the fucking place.
I will say though, I did appreciate that. I think we've talked about this with maybe it was with Rogue One or with complaints about new Star Wars video games, but the fact that you start as like a scoundrel, soldier, bounty hunter type of thing, and you only have blasters and swords, and you're going through and like going to cantinas and picking up bounty contracts. That whole aspect of it, when we first played it, I thought was really cool. And that's, I think, why you guys liked Jedi Knight also. Because most of those games, you started off with blasters only, and you didn't get your lightsaber for a while. So like seeing that aspect of Star Wars play out in a game, I think was cool. So I wasn't totally bored early on. I was mostly confused by the like the dice rolling, the D20 and the stats set up with the attacks and things like that.
Exactly. I agree completely.
I could have just talked about like Twilight Porn and you just like, exactly. I agree 100%.
No, the I do agree though.
I
Yeah,
want fucking
it's
more
the
of that
game's the game, the plot and the it's, I don't even want to say gameplay. It's just the plot, the story behind it, the characters. That's what really holds it all together. And regardless of when Davik says, you know, it ain't gonna happen. Sorry, but it ain't gonna happen. And you're just dying laughing. But then you die the next fucking 3 seconds because he throws a fucking plasma grenade at your dick.
Yes.
The other
100%.
thing is,
you just described the entire essence of KOTOR in that one.
Yeah.
That
Sorry.
one phrase. Here's a plasma grenade, bitch.
The other thing that I
Jesus.
get pissed at, so there's a point where like when you're being attacked and it's so dice rolly that like someone will do a power attack, but I'll run away and I'll be like 10 feet away from them, but it still hits me because when they rolled the fucking die,
Yep. Yep.
I was in front of them.
Yeah, like when I'm in a tricky situation where everyone's dead except for one character, I'll start to run away. But if an enemy
attacks at the right time, it doesn't matter how close you
before
are.
I ran, it counts. Yeah.
But on the bad side of it, if there's a group of 10 cast hounds and I throw a grenade and they all disperse, it doesn't hit any of them. Like, why is it one way or the other?
Or when you find an enemy, throw a grenade and they start to run at you. I wasted a thermal detonator earlier today, which you don't find many of in KOTOR. I wasted one on a Terran Tetek because I threw it and then he ran and it hit nothing.
I don't know why
holding
that's so
a
funny.
thermal detonator. I think I'm trying to watch episode 6 tonight so I can get trigger pissed.
Do it.
I want to. I really fucking wish. All right. So KOTOR summary is it's awesome. It's the best game ever. It's especially the best Star Wars game ever. Download it. If you've never played it before, Xbox One, get it. $10. Do it. Stop fucking around. So that's the moral of the story for this episode. I really have not seen the original editions of the original trilogy in a very fucking long time. We were talking about this with, maybe it was not in the Patreon group chat. Maybe it was just in the friends like me, you, Tommy Boy, and Pat. But I haven't seen the original versions of the original movies since like 2005, probably. Like we watched maybe like your VHS versions of Return of the Jedi and shit at my house like a long time ago. Yeah. Like it's been over 10 years since I've seen the actual versions of the movies that I love.
It gets bad. Just telling you.
Maybe I would have less fucking guilt making the prequels better if I had seen the originals more often.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't seen the version without the fucking terrible Jabba the Hutt song in a long time.
Wait, say that again? Oh, the original Jabba's, yeah.
Yeah.
That actually is a little better. Because they add a lot to that, and it's not good. Yeah, no, that might be something that we have to do. Now, I know we're beginning to wrap up, but if you guys have any suggestions for future commentary stuff, because we do want to kind of try to jump back on that train. I don't know how we would do it because we're not living a mile away from each other right now. But you know, we're going to be getting back together for episode 8. So maybe during that week or so at sometime, we can bust out another commentary for you guys. Yeah.
Oh, we
Kerner says, the VHS, laugh my ass off.
Yep. We did have a few suggestions for the commentary. Would be to do the holiday special, which I have never seen. I've never seen
it either.
And being almost to November would be perfect timing. And Logan was the one in the Patreon chat was yelling at us to do the holiday special.
We ain't gonna do it now. All right.
Ain't gonna happen. Sweens is on. Unaltered versions on Blu-ray. Yeah, those are rare, man. On eBay. Yeah.
I thought they were officially supposed to be releasing that stuff.
I don't even know if they are they Blu-ray? Are you sure? 100%? Because I know that he did that. Like Lucas released those like right after episode 3, I think, back in the day. And I was even to the in the early stages of my Star Wars fanboy isms that I was like, unaltered. What? What are you talking about? I didn't know.
Unaltered.
But I feel like he did. I feel like it's DVD though. I don't think it was Blu-ray. Han, can you reach my DVD? Pissed.
Can you reach my VHS? Han,
can you reach my original movie?
All right, so I do have a bone to pick real quick.
All right, pick the bone.
Before pick it.
Do it. I got to talk about X-Men too. Go.
So, just to shit on episode 6 real quick.
I feel like we shit on episode 6 every episode.
I know, but listen up.
I'm pissed about it more and more. All right, go.
So you edited one of our videos and we were shitting on it a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
But you put in that scene where they put the fucking space George Foreman on the droid's feet and he screams, no, and it's burning him.
Yes.
First of all,
space George Foreman.
So,
McLean, if you're listening, make that a fucking Photoshop shit. All right, go.
First of all, that doesn't even make any fucking sense.
No, droids aren't supposed to have fucking pain feelings.
No, they don't have a sense of feeling, touch, or anything. What the fuck is that?
Well, there's
Second
an
of
argument
all-
there. There's like a fucking existential argument there, but go ahead.
No, I'm going to prove it wrong because a fucking one movie ago, we had C-3PO in 14 different pieces on Bespin, and he's fine. And he's fine. He's fine. He's talking on the back of Chewie. We got to save Han.
He even says Han. 3PO says Han. It's not just
3PO.
Lando. It
So
sounds
he's-
like Han.
He's literally limbless, and he's completely circuiting fine. But George Foreman Burger Buster over here is getting fucked because his
Burger
feet are
Buster.
hot. I can't.
I can't
Like,
either.
that doesn't
I
make any
fucking hate
sense.
That. I hate that shit so much.
Episode 2, C-3PO has a whole different head, and he's still walking around fine.
We've been in need for a protocol droid. I'm so annoyed about that shit. I hate that stuff. You may say that it makes the droid relationship in Star Wars. Yes, they're robots, but we're supposed to kind of feel some humanity from them. Like 3PO should have a little bit of sense of humor and personality since he's was built by Vader and he's been around for so long. Like, I get that point. But torturing a poor little gonk droid, first of all, that's just terrible. I can't believe you put that in the movie, man. This guy's just trying to run around and give me more ammo. And you're torturing him with the fucking feet and shit.
A gonk droid? I thought that was a trash can. It's a walking trash can.
But that's what's in
yeah,
in
you're right.
Battlefront 2.
You're right.
The tall,
Yeah.
like black and silver cylinder heals you, and then the gonk droid gives you ammo and
You're
grenades.
right. Good point out.
Good point out. Fuck. Yeah, so I'm pissed about that part. Every time I watch Return of the Jedi, I like it less. That's not a good sign. That's not a good thing.
Very true, though. You start really breaking down the movie, as a film.
Yeah.
Like, you're not just watching it for the plot, because the plot carries a lot of things.
Right.
But you start breaking it down, it's just like, there's the strongest Jedi ever is roasting over an Ewok fire. Let's turn this shit off. Let's
Well, and
rethink our lives.
that was for anyone that has maybe not heard our complaints before. Like, in terms of criticism about the prequels, that's really our overarching point. If you go in detail and break down and criticize and make fun of and fuck around with every single scene in every single Star Wars movie, you could make a argument that they're all terrible. If you really fucking tried that hard.
You could. No, I agree. But you could also do the opposite and make a complete, compelling argument to why they're good.
Exactly.
It's from a certain point of view. That's the whole saving grace of Star Wars.
That's like it saves the fact that some of them are shitty, but it's also like the main point. It like makes the point of the entire saga.
like
from a certain
Lucas
point
put
of
it
view.
in episode 5, the word certain point of view, because he knew he was making shitty stuff in the future.
This script sucks. Put this shit in there. From a certain point of view, we're good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. It's all great.
I'm gonna get as
gray
fat
area
as I
there.
want. I don't care. Fuck that shit.
Oh my God. That's awesome.
From a certain point of view.
Yeah. I might have to pop in episode 6 here pretty soon.
I might watch it with
maybe
our
this week.
commentary. Yeah. Yeah. Commentary.
All right.
Speaking of, by the way, if you've seen all the Star Wars movies 100 million times like we have, and you want to watch them with a new twist, our fanboy commentary is available on the feed. We do a custom commentary throughout the entire movie. We give you instructions on how to sync them up. So play the commentary on your phone, watch the movie on your TV, make it happen.
And not only have we done the Star Wars
yes,
movies, we did the 90s Batman series as well.
and
equally
I
as
may
bad.
say the 1989 Batman commentary is the funniest of all of them.
It's up there. Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
That one's good. Yeah, they're all good, honestly.
yeah,
I was listening to the episode 7 one, and I was dying laughing. So
yeah. It's funny. So
yes,
check that out.
Habanero Squad Pod.
Habanero Squad Pod. Fuck, man, I am very excited for Last Jedi.
I am more excited for this movie than I mean, honestly, ever in history. I can't remember a movie that I'm more excited for because there's so much up in the air. They're giving you the right details for you to ask the certain questions that they want you to ask, and they're going to throw you for a loop.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yep.
And they're building up such an empire of movies and nerd culture that they really can't go wrong. It really could be a terrible movie, and we're still going to fucking rant and rave about it. Commentary would be easier.
I can say, yeah, guaranteed I am excited for this movie more than anything in my entire life.
Oh, bringing back KOTOR was second, and we've got that. So
that was pretty intense. And Battlefront 2 was going to be intense until they forgot about, how multiplayer games work. So I don't care about that as much anymore.
Why do we have to co-op split screen? I'm gonna find someone, and I'm gonna choke my way up through that corporate chain and find the fucker who decided you need to plug into my Xbox to do co-op.
You forgot about the part where you're supposed to make a party and then play the game as a team. You forgot about that. The only reason that people want to play multiplayer so they can play as a team. Yeah. You forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully that's fixed. Hopefully that's fucking fixed. But we'll complain about that more in November once we get there. But for now, it's all balls deep in KOTOR, balls deep in Last Jedi theories, and balls deep in habanero shitty beers that you had, and Citra Noel, and yeah, yep.
I'm jealous. Citra Noel is so good. I had it last year, so good. Yeah. Wrap up Squad Pod.
That's about it. I did put on the list that I've been back into X-Wing and excited, but there's not really much to say. Just finally fucking back in the mix on X-Wing. I'm super excited. Flying the ships, flying the fucking ships. Flying the ships in that you see in the movie are just it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. When you get to be Kylo Ren in his shuttle.
It's murderous.
Yeah, that's all I got to say. It is murderous. Yes.
I recently bought 2 movies that I'm excited to watch. One of them I've already seen, obviously, Wonder Woman. Yes. It's on sale right now on Xbox. Nice. I think it was down to $14.99. You get all the bonus shit. So might be time to buy that. And then Get Out was also on sale.
Yes,
and I've heard
still haven't seen that.
I still haven't seen it, and I bought it last night. And I'm ready to watch that. But it might be later this week or maybe next weekend.
If you watch that before Sunday, let me know, and I will try to watch it as well. We need to talk about that shit because it's about to be Halloween.
I'll watch it before next Sunday. I'll make it happen, regardless.
I'll watch it.
Yeah, so I'm excited to rewatch Wonder Woman. I've only seen it once, and I really liked it. Yeah. And then Get Out. It's still got a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's like the highest rated horror movie ever.
That's so ridiculous. We did that. We did it. This habanero's kicking in. I can't feel my waist. So yeah, Get Out. I'm excited for. Before next week, we will watch it one way or another. And then that's it.
That's it, man. KOTOR. Download that shit. If you never played it, you heard us rant about it, you got an Xbox, download it. $10, bitch. Otherwise, fuck you.
That's it. I love that. But Mooga Shaka Paka.